Weather was nice and warm outside today, as John mentioned, but you can expect temperatures to drop drastically in the next couple of days. KAMR Local 4's Kaylee Green has some reminders for the cold weather and freezing temperatures.
The first freeze of the fall is coming. Early Friday morning, temperatures are expected to dip down into the 20s.
This is the time of the year where we go from the beautiful weather one day to not so much nice weather the next day. It's going to be a windy, cool day tomorrow. You'll feel it when you're outside. Probably will drop below freezing after midnight tomorrow night and stay below freezing up through the first couple of hours of daylight on Friday.
Chief Meteorologist John Harris says that means it's time for cold weather precautions. This will probably be the first time this fall that most people turn on their heaters, so checking that your HVAC system and filters are clean is important. And making sure your pilot light is lit, all of this can keep you warm and safe. John Harris says it's going to be cold enough that you should think about checking on your elderly neighbors and definitely let your pets inside. Remember, if you're cold, they're cold too.
Temperature is going to drop like a rock, so a hard freeze. And of course, for the gardeners out there, you know, if you have some of those tender plants outside, that vegetation that's sensitive to freezing weather, either bring it in on Thursday night or make sure you cover it up, because the freeze will be long enough that we'll probably have some plants that don't make it through.
Warren Reed, the owner of Coulter Garden, says no matter what, it's time for tropical plants to move indoors. As for other plants, it's your call.
When we get those warm days, you want to be sure and water, because we'll have 2 days of heat, stuff will dry out, then it'll drop and get cool, and as long as it stays above 32, then you're okay. But if it gets below that, cover, protect, bring in. When we get to the real deep cold times, what you can bring in, you bring in. What you can't, just gotta hope for the best.
Reed says you shouldn't let one freeze deter you from planting more plants and enjoying the fall colors, especially as warmer temperatures are going to follow this first freeze. Live in studio, Kaylee Green, KAMR Local 4 News. Jackie?
Kaylee, thank you. Be sure to download our weather app as well for up-to-date forecast and for severe weather updates.